The holiday season can be a time of much joy and visiting with loved ones. It is also a cold and flu season. I'm Marcy McDonald with Pacific Northwest Suburban Homesteading, and for Christmas, my true love gave to me a nasty head cold. The homestead is a hotbed of sickness right now, so I'm going to take this opportunity to talk a bit about recovering from the common cold. Scott, the homestead spouse, tried his best to keep his illness to himself. He even set up the camp bed in our TV room to reduce my exposure as much as possible and turned on our air purifiers. Unfortunately, it was not enough. We are sick. Now what? First of all, I want to confess to being wrong about something. I thought that using over-the-counter cold remedies would prolong my illness because they suppress the symptoms. Seems logical, right? Runny noses, coughing, etc. is the body's response to the viral infection. If you stop the body from doing its job, then it'll take longer to boot the virus out of the system. I try to fact-check everything I put in a video in the interest of only providing solid, science-based information in the wild, wild west of the internet. Between naps, I looked up the advice from reputable medical websites. I was wrong. A cold is going to last as long as it is going to last, no matter what you do about it, as long as you are taking care of yourself by getting rest, etc. Taking over-the-counter cold medicines will help reduce the misery, but will not prolong it. Things that do help are plenty of rest. I spent the first 2 days mostly asleep. Good hydration. Things that probably will help, but aren't guaranteed, are the judicious use of over-the-counter medications, pain relievers, and cold medicines used according to package instructions. Be super careful about using multi-symptom medications or more than one kind of medication. It is easy to overuse acetaminophen, for instance, which can cause liver damage. Warm liquids like tea. Use caution with anything containing caffeine, though, because caffeine is a diuretic and can worsen dehydration. Honey, especially when added to tea or warm water, can ease sore throats and coughing. It is an excellent choice for young children since it is safe for children over the age of 1, while over-the-counter cold medications are not recommended for younger kids. And vaporizers, which can increase the moisture in the air, which can reduce stuffiness. For sore throats, you can gargle salt water. It's not my cup of tea because I don't really like saltiness, but whatever you need to do to feel better. Things that will not help are antibiotics. I know we want to fix things as quickly as possible because having a cold is no fun, but antibiotics only work on bacterial infections, not viruses. Colds are caused by viruses. Zinc and vitamin C may or may not help. Studies have not given definitive results, though both could reduce the length of an illness if taken before coming ill. Maybe. More research is required. So, what about chicken soup? I know my mom gave me chicken soup when I was sick as a kid. There are actually studies suggesting that it could indeed help, or soup in general, especially if it is made with ingredients like garlic and pepper. It can increase the flow of mucus and assist the body in defeating the virus. It is nutritious, especially if homemade, though even store-bought is still a good choice as long as the sodium levels are kept in mind. It is a warm liquid, adding to hydration, and the stuffiness responds to steam, plus it restores electrolytes lost through sweating and a runny nose. Sometimes the old wives really do know what they are talking about. Ultimately, recovering from a cold is just a waiting game. See a doctor if you're getting worse after 7 to 10 days, or if you have a high fever that lasts more than a day or two, or if you have really restricted breathing. I had pneumonia once because I was too stubborn to go to the doctor because it's just a cold. I'll be fine. Fortunately, Scott took me in anyway. It was a wise move. Having a cold is no fun. It's not exactly how I wanted to start out the new year, but here we are. Now that I can stay awake for more than 30 minutes at a time, it's a great opportunity to get caught up on some serious binge watching or reading. Next week, we should be back to normal videos. My dad made some lovely caramel pecan rolls that I plan to share the baking process with you. Thanks for watching and a happy new year. I hope that the year ahead brings good health and good things to you and yours. Until next time, be curious, keep an open mind, and never stop learning.